Cramer's rule. The Cramer's rule is invented by the scientist Gabriel Cramer in the year 1750. It's a very much useful for networkings in electronics, like nodal analysis and mesh analysis. We can find out the current and voltages by using this Cramer's rules. We can easily find out the unknown factors and also use it from the mathematical problems. Let us consider the three linear equations like this: x11 I1 plus x12 I2 plus x13 I3 is equals to A1. And second equation, x21 I1 plus x22 I2 plus x23 I3 is equals to A2. And third equation, x31 I1 plus x32 I2 plus x33 I3 is equals to A3. Here I1, I2, I3 is the unknown currents to be determined, and A1, A2, A3 are constants. What is the purpose of Cramer's rule? The Cramer's rule basically, let us consider the two equations, simple equations like 2x plus 3y plus 2z is equals to 0 and 5x plus 4y plus 3z is equals to 0. This is a simple equation, so we can easily find out the x, y, z values. But more than two equations like 7x plus 8y plus 10z is equals to 0 and 10x plus 12y plus 20z is equals to 0. Here four equations are there. These type of equations we can easily find out by using the Cramer's rule. This is the main purpose of Cramer's rule. These equations we can write the matrix form. Like this: x11, x12, x13, x21, x22, x23, x31, x32, x33. We can observe that coefficients x11, x12, x13, x21, x22, x23, x31, x32, x33. And unknown current coefficients I1, I2, I3. I can write here I1, I2, I3 is equals to some constants A1, A2, A3. A1, A2, A3. Now the currents I1, I2, I3 can be determined. Let us consider I1. We can find the I1 first. I1 is equals to A1, A2 and A3. We can find the I1 first. First the constants are written in first row like this: A1, A2, A3, and remaining two rows are same: x12, x22, x32 and x13, x23, x33. Similarly, we can find the I2. I2 is equals to, so first these rows is same, x11, x21, x31, and we can find the I2. So in this place we can write the constants like this, a1, a2 and a3, and this row is common, x13, x23, x33. This is the I2. And finally I3. Similarly I3 we can write the same, this row first row is same, x11, x21, x31, and second row x12, x22, x32, and third row we can write the constants a1, a2 and a3. Let us consider I1, I2, I3 is equals to delta. Now I am determining the delta. I can write the delta is equals to these terms, x11, x12, x13, x21, x22, x23, x31, x32, x33. These matrices I can write here. Delta is equals to x11, x12, x13, x21, x22, x23, and x31, x32, x33. Now I am find the delta value. We know that the delta in a smaller studies, like we can find the delta. The formula is AD minus BC. We can find the first x11 here, x11 here, signs plus minus plus like this. We can find the x11 here. Notice the point, first row and first column is eliminated, remaining 4 terms are find the delta AD minus BC. So x11 into, let us consider A, B, C, D. So AD minus BC is a formula. So x22 minus x33, sorry, x22 into x33 minus x23 into x32. This is the x11 minus, here minus sign, minus x12, x12. So we can find the second x12 row. We can eliminate the these column and these row as it is. These 4 equations are same like this, x21 into x33 minus x23 into x31 plus x13. We can find the x13 first row and third column is eliminated. These 4 terms are as it is same, that is x21 into x32 minus x22 into x31. This procedure is used to find the delta. Let us take small example for the better understanding purpose. Find the I1, I2, I3 using the matrix Cramer's rule. Equations 18I1 plus 5I2 minus 3I3 is equals to 50, and 5I1 plus 8I2 plus I3 is equals to 10, and minus I1 plus I2 plus I3 is equals to minus 5. This is a given equations. We can find the I1, I2, I3. First we can write the coefficients here. 18, 5 minus 3 and 5, 8, 1 minus 3, 1 and 4. This is the coefficients in these equations. Find the I1, I2, I3. I1, I2, I3 is equals to some constants. Here 50, 10 minus 5 is a constants. I can write here 50, 10 minus 5. Now I am to find the delta. Delta is equals to 18 into AD minus BC. 8 4s are 32 minus 1 plus minus plus minus 5. We can find the second row, second column and first row is eliminated. Remaining terms are calculated. That is 5 into 5 4s are 20 minus 3 into 1 minus 3 minus plus, so plus 3 plus minus 3 into, we can find the third row and third column is eliminated. These 4 terms are as it is. That is 5 1s are 5 minus 8 3s are 24 minus into minus plus delta. Here 32 minus 1 31 into 18 558 minus 20 plus 3 23 into 5 115. Here plus into minus 24 plus 5 29 into 3 87 558 minus 113 minus 85. The answer is 356. This is the delta. We can find the delta 1. Delta 1 is equals to, we can find the delta 1, the constants 50 10 minus 5 is a first row. You can write 15 10 minus 5 and as it is 2 rows are same, that is 5 8 1 and minus 3 1 4. Here same procedure, 50 into 8 4s are 32 minus 1. Similarly minus 5 into 10 4s are 40 minus 5 1s are 5. Here minus 5, so minus into minus plus 5 plus minus 3 into 10 1s are 10 minus 8 5s are 40. Here minus 40, so plus 40. 32 minus 1 31 into 50 15550 minus 40 plus 5 45 into 5 225 plus into minus, minus 10 plus 40, 50, 50 into 3 is 150. Solve this equation. The answer is 1175. This is the delta 1. Next, delta 2. We can find the delta 2 first row. 18 5 minus 3 is the same. 18 5 minus 3. And second row we can write the constants like 50 10 minus 5, and the third row is as it is same, minus 3 1 and 4. Similarly we can find the delta 2. The answer is minus 355, and delta 3 is equals to 525. Now I am to get the I1, I2, I3. To find the I1 and I2 and I3, we can use the formulas. I1 is equals to delta 1 by delta. Delta 1 is equals to how much value? 1175, and by delta is equals to 356. So I1 is equals to minus 3.3 amperes. Similarly I2 is equals to delta 2 by delta. Delta 2 minus 355, this is the delta 5, divided by delta. Delta value 356. So 356 is equals to I2 is equals to minus 0.99. This is the I2. Similarly I3 is equals to delta 3 by delta. So the answer is I3 is equals to 1.47 amperes. This is the all about the Cramer's rule.